Okay, listen, if you just want your everyday average fifth wheel RV, there's plenty of options out there that you can go find. But if you're wanting something that is truly a cut above everything else and is actually shaking up the whole industry because it's just so wildly different and such better quality, you got to be looking at Brinkley. And I hope y'all are ready to sit back and enjoy this video because there is so much to talk about. I have no idea how long this video will end up being, but I'm going to do everything that I possibly can to explain to you why Brinkley is so different from other options out there in the market for a fifth wheel RV. So let's go take a look. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. For y'all that are new here, my name is Myles with Firmly Unbound, and for you returning viewers, I am still here in Indiana right now, and we are actually in Goshen, Indiana, which is where the Brinkley manufacturing facility is at. And we are here at Brinkley's in-house open house event. So all the RV manufacturers right now are doing their open house events in Brinkley because they are independently owned and they are a smaller manufacturer in a sense, especially smaller than someone like Thor or Forest River, that has dozens of brands under their umbrella. They have their own closed open house event here today that I was welcomed into and excited to be here and glad that they were able to bring me out here for this. And I really want to make sure in this video I explain to you everything that is different about a Brinkley RV because I've seen so many things out there. Since I've been out here in Indiana, went to the Hershey RV show, so many things that people are trying to copy that Brinkley has done. So this brand is really shaken up the entire industry with the innovations that they've brought out. And I hope I can touch on all of these little details and show you why Brinkley is just so different. First of all, before we get through walking into this RV here, I want to show you the floor plan layout and the specs because this is their bonus room floor plan that they have here. So you can see it's the Model Z 3610, and you can see the floor plan layout here. You have your island kitchen in this area, and then you have your bonus room in here with a pull-out desk, so a great desk space, and then you have your bedroom up front. See the specs on here, unloaded is 14,695 pounds, gross vehicle weight rating is 17,695, has a 2,591 pound hitch weight, and the length on it is 41 feet, 9 inches. Also has a 90-gallon gray water capacity, and that's gonna get me right into talking about some things that are different about Brinkley. They actually have a true 90-gallon gray water capacity. One thing that's interesting about RVs is when you look at like gray tanks and black tank levels and stuff like that, when you just look at the spec where it's written down, a lot of times that 90-gallon gray tank would be split between your kitchen sink and your bathroom sink and shower. But if you think about it, obviously the gray tank for your shower water is going to fill up much quicker than the gray tank for your kitchen sink. So you're really only getting like a 45-gallon gray water for your shower because it's split underneath the chassis where it's stored, and it's not a true full 90-gallon tank. It's just two 45 gallons and then marketed as 90 gallons. In this Brinkley, you actually get a true 90-gallon gray water tank, so you have 90 gallons of gray water capacity for your shower, and they were able to basically combine those two units together. I don't even know exactly how they did it, honestly, but somewhere under their gray tanks are combined to give you one true 90-gallon gray water tank. So very impressive. Up front, obviously, this is just one of the most pretty looking front caps on a fifth wheel that you will ever see. Such a great look there, and there's just so many little fine details in it where like they have their Brinkley logo in the front cap, and it's just so subtly put in there. I don't even know that you'll be able to see it on camera because the way the sun is hitting it, but it's in there. It's kind of like a mountain graphic, and then the Brinkley is a chrome reflective material there, so it looks really nice. And then you have these diffusers over the LED light beams that just look really good, give it that glowing effect, and it looks really nice. As you come down out here, you're going to have your Rhino pin box for your pin box, and then something that they've done here for your breakaway switch, they gave you a coil line here, so this will help any anything from happening that where this accidentally tugs or snaps. It'll have that coil cable on there, so they're doing that straight from the factory. Down underneath here, you can see right away just how clean their storage space is. I mean, it is very, very clean. 370 watts of solar standard on the roof, and it already has plugs up there to expand upon the solar system, and it comes with a 50 amp solar charge controller with prep to add an inverter, and literally just like basically plug and play to add an inverter in there if you wanted to get more solar capacity. You can have spots for batteries here and can add lithium batteries if you would like to get lithium batteries on this from the dealership. You have your hydraulic fluid here and then your docking light switch right there as well. You also have slam latch baggage doors in this space, so I think that's very important as well because I hate those little metal clips that you have on a lot of baggage doors. So you have slam latch baggage doors on that. And then this is another big deal. If you look at RVs, this is something I didn't even notice till it was pointed out to me. There's almost always silicone along these seams here all throughout your fifth wheel. I mean, there's silicone all over the place. Now, the horrible thing about silicone is it only lasts a couple years. As it sits in the sun, it starts to get yellow and it looks ugly. It also has a little bit of a sticky nature to it, so a lot of dust sticks to it and makes it look dirty. And then over time, it actually can start peeling and peeling off. And through here, you can see this is the only RV I can think of that I've seen that just has no silicone anywhere on the exterior. And so it just has such a cleaner finish, and really that's going to be something that throughout the test of time, as you own your RV, it's going to stay looking the way that it did longer because it doesn't have these little things like silicone that just start looking disgusting after a couple years of owning your RV. So really impressive thing there that they do. You have your awning over your front campsite area. You're going to have the LED light bar up there in the awning as well. Big, huge storage compartment here. I mean, this is just wildly impressive. You have your LED light bar in there as well. This is kind of like a toy hauler garage flooring material. You have outdoor shower on your campsite. You're also going to have, this looks like sound controls right here. So you have your sound controls, light switches, outlets, USB and USB Type-C connection. So love to see that, all very easy to access. And then you have access to water lines and ducting all down underneath here. And then something that Brinkley does that's really interesting as well is they actually do a shake test to their units. So they have like a simulated road. It's almost like, imagine setting an RV on a scale and then it just starts shaking and rattling. That's essentially what they do with their RVs. So they do a shake test on them. I don't know another manufacturer that is doing something like that where they're testing it before it leaves the facility. And if you haven't seen an RV when it first shows up to an RV dealership's lot, there's usually like dust and like particle board debris and stuff everywhere because as it's driven down the road the first time, that stuff just starts falling out from everywhere. So they actually test for things like that at their facilities here before it leaves the facility, which is just very impressive. And they really go the extra mile in so many different ways. They also do a full inspection on every single RV before it leaves as well. So lots of stuff. 30-pound propane bottle here, 30-pound on the other side. A couple things about this space though, you can fit a 40-pound propane bottle, and they also made this propane line right here long enough so let's say it's the middle of the night, you ran out of propane and it's a cold night and you need heat right now. You could just go buy a 20-pound propane bottle and it will also fit in here, and this propane line will reach down to a 20-pound bottle as well. Sometimes other manufacturers, they use too short of a line here where if you had to put a 20-pound bottle in there, it might not reach down to where it needs to reach. So that's everything in this space. Then you have an outdoor kitchen space, or kind of like an outdoor entertainment space. Pull-out drawers here. This is all metal countertop. Have your storage space there. And again, outlets through here. See all your aluminum framing through here. Welds on both sides of all your aluminum frame connections. And you have refrigerator there. And then as I step back, let's get underneath the RV. Let's take a look under here real quick. Fully enclosed underbelly. All your water tanks and water lines will sit above the enclosed underbelly. You can even see there's like quick access panels down underneath there. And there's LED lights underneath here as well. And it just looks really, really seamless, looks really good. And you have your speakers down underneath here. So the reason they put the speakers down underneath there is because when you have your speakers up high on your RV, everybody in your entire campground is hearing it before you even do. And so having them down low like this, facing towards the ground, is going to make it so it's more staying in your area and not blasting the entire campground with sound. I feel like a lot of people, they don't even end up using their outdoor speakers a lot, or if they do, they keep them very, very quiet because it's just blasting the sound too far to everybody else around you. So very interesting there, having that space underneath there for the speakers. Then as you come this way, I mean, look at this difference here. You have Cooper H-rated tires, so this is the best tire that you're going to find on a fifth wheel RV. And then you have custom wheels here with the Brinkley logo in the wheel. I mean, how stinking cool is that? That is really, really impressive. Your steps here, they have this like kind of self-cleaning step, so it actually flips over like that. And if you're asking why that's important, when you go to store these steps, these are going to flip up into the door, and all the dirt and debris and everything on those steps is going to fall into the fifth wheel. Well, with this here, you can just flip this up and all of that dirt and debris will fall off before you flip it up into your door. So like that, you have the safety rail, handrail right here reaches down far enough so you can reach it from down here. And then you have the Lippert road armor suspension, and that is the first time I've seen the Lippert road armor suspension in the black color, which looks so much cleaner. That looks so good right there. And just thinking, like, usually the road armor suspension is blue, so I don't know what they did to get them to make it black for them, but it just looks so much cleaner in that black color. Another little detail here, I'm telling you, I'm going deep into the details on y'all, so I hope you appreciate this. If you look behind the skirting on just about any fifth wheel RV, you see screws, I mean literally screws like this long, just sticking out everywhere. Well, they use a different type of fastener here, so you don't have screws sticking out everywhere, and just looks so much cleaner. You have a rack and pinion style slide out mechanism here, wrap floor underneath there as well. And gosh, and then just like your skirting on the outside, it's not like a super flimsy material. It actually feels a bit more solid than some other stuff. Come out this way, you have all square windows. So this is something a lot of brands are copying. Brinkley was the first one to do this, and now everybody's having to copy it because people love it so much. The nice thing about this is having the squared off frameless window. Not only does it look good, but these open up about 6 inches, whereas the standard kind of rounded frameless windows only opened up 3 inches. So you have more air cover or more airflow that can come in through your windows on this fifth wheel. As we come back this way, really nice look on the back end as well. And again, we're here at the Brinkley facility today, so you can just see all those Brinkleys in the distance. Let me zoom in on them. I mean, just look at how nice these things look. They look so just polished and they look modern. Looks very, very clean. They don't have these loud graphic decals on the sides, and just love the way they look. As we come around this side, I'm going to do my best to talk over the generator. They're relying on a lot of generator power here. Brake and reverse lights, ladder to get up onto the roof. I am going to get up onto the roof because I do want to look up there. You have a 3,000-pound towing hitch off the back, so you can tow off the back. And then something I have not seen in any other fifth wheel with this floor plan layout is all this extra storage back through here. I mean, you could fit like picnic tables back here and things like that. Motion activated light when I turn that on, or when I open the door. Magnet latches to hold your door up. Just really, really impressive. And as you come to the non-camp side, let's see, there's not a whole lot to talk about here except for the slide mechanism. Let me get around the generator. On these slides here, this is a motorhome style slide out. So a lot of people talk about not liking the Schwintek slides. Well, these slides here, these are a much more premium, more expensive slide out mechanism. You see it on like big Class A motorhomes typically. The biggest difference with this is this allows for more give. Like with RVs, they're being towed up and down the road. You need to have some give there so that they can still operate under the stress of being towed up and down the road and things moving a little bit. And these have more give than a Schwintek slide mechanism. So it's a better system there in general. You have lights underneath your slide out so you can see underneath this area, and the slide is actually pretty tall as well. I am 6'2", and just barely my head touches there, but the lights are here as well to help make sure that you can see everything here. And then I should mention as well, your water connections are not underneath the slide, so you don't have to duck to anything to get to your water connections. And then look at this. You have a retractable fresh water hose, so it will just retract back in there just like so. And it's going to use gravity to drain that hose while you release it in there. So by the time it's all the way back in, it will all be drained out. Nautilus water management system here. And then you have powered tank valves. So your tank valves for your black and gray tank, you don't have any metal valves that you have to pull that can possibly break and stuff like that. These are powered right there. So another just very impressive thing. Back here, you have your auto leveling controls. They angle it a little bit so you can actually sit here and control this while looking at your stabilizer legs. So that is nice as well. And I think that's just about everything on the outside. Tankless on-demand water heater. You have black and gray tank dump valves all right here, and it looks like that's the one spot that everything comes to. I don't see another spot. So it looks like everything coming to that one place right there, which is really impressive on this size fifth wheel, especially since your kitchen is on one side of the RV and your bathroom's on another. Very impressed they were able to put that together and make that happen. And LED lights underneath the frame towards the back. Okay, let's get up on the roof real quick. I do want to go show you the roof. So let's walk around this way. And let's get up here real quick. I actually have not looked at the roof on a Brinkley yet, but definitely worth doing. Okay, so we get up here, have the Furrion AC system here. Love the way it looks. It just looks really clean on there. You're going to have the 370 watt solar panel there. Absolutely huge. You do have the ability to add more solar onto this roof if you would like as well. You have the Winegard digital antenna up here, and then you're going to have your two other ACs. And look at that, it's a low profile AC as well. So it's a Furrion AC, but look at how low profile that is. They can do the bigger AC on the back because the roof is slanting down, so it's not as big of a deal. But the low profile on these front parts keeps your fifth wheel height down a little bit as well, especially with how tall this fifth wheel is. So that is also impressive. So this is your roof. You also have fully walkable slide out boxes, so you can walk on these slide out boxes. They overbuild these slides to support a lot of weight. So no issues whatsoever with walking on the slide out boxes. And that's everything on your roof. And last thing on the outside as well, I just like that they're not doing the Lippert retractable ladder. I just don't really like that ladder system, honestly. Like, it's kind of a cool idea to have the idea of a retractable ladder because you can use it anywhere, but it's not the safest feeling ladder. And I don't know, I just feel like with my case too, I'd probably end up leaving it somewhere and not have it with me when I need it or whatnot. So I just like having the ladder on the unit as it sits there. Looks good. You also have backup camera already installed up there as well. So, all right, that is everything on the outside. Now, as we head inside, I definitely want y'all to know, if you have fast forwarded to this portion where we are now about to walk inside, you missed a lot of details on this unit that really separate it from everything else. There's going to be more as we go inside, but just know you missed a lot of details if you just fast forwarded to this part of the video that are really important. So definitely encourage you to watch this whole video all the way through because there's a lot to talk about. And there's one last detail on the outside I almost glanced over. You can see these key block products right here. Let me go show you what this is real quick. They only have it displayed on one fifth wheel here. But you can see here these blocks that they'll have. There's going to be multiple different things that you can do with those, and you'll see it on this Brinkley product here where they kind of have it on display. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. You can put a basketball hoop outside on your fifth wheel. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Like, I've had these pro mini hoops in my house since I was a little kid. I still have one in my house to this day. So the fact that you can put this on a fifth wheel RV is the coolest thing ever to me. I mean, think of how fun this would be for your kids to have a hoop out here on your RV. Not only that, but things like this, like they have this Brinkley light that is here on that key block connection. And look at this, they have two brackets here that are holding a hammock on here. So these are all different accessories, and there's going to be even more accessories that you can get for your Brinkley RV that work with this key block system on the outside of your fifth wheel. And that is just one of the coolest things I've seen in the last 3 weeks I've been filming RVs, because that's just so different. And oh my gosh, just the ability to have a basketball hoop on the outside of the fifth wheel that you can like detach and take off. So stinking cool. Real quick, before we step inside of this RV, there's something that I'm really excited to talk to y'all about, and I actually want to ask you for a favor. So if you've been here for a while, you know that I pretty much never ask y'all of anything, but I'm going to right now because I started my second YouTube channel, which is called Firmly Unbound. Firmly Unbound is the name of my company, and Firmly Unbound is an expression of exploration and freedom in work, play, and faith. And I'm really excited about what's to come on this YouTube channel. There's a link down below in the description of this video and in the comments as well, where you can subscribe to Firmly Unbound. And I pretty much spent the whole last month traveling dang near coast to coast across the United States to show you what it means to live firmly unbound. So some exciting video content is coming. Can't wait to see y'all there. As we go inside, again, this is their bonus room model. So as we walk in here, obviously, Brinkley just has a very nice looking, modern look in here. As we go through here as well, want to hear your thoughts, want to know your comments, what you think, what you like, what you don't like. And as we walk through here, I mean, some of the very first things I notice are having a wood framed window. I noticed that right away when I walk in here because that just looks so different than the traditional like padded valances that you have on the windows. And then with these windows, you have a bug screen that comes up from the bottom, privacy shade from the top. These both magnetize and can connect together if you'd like, or you can also separate them like that. And there is a foil material on the other side of this blind there that's going to act as added insulation. Another thing I notice is your woodwork in here is like, I mean, they're normally in RVs. When you go and look at stuff like this on your balances, I mean, you can see where the staples were applied. You can see the putty they try to fill it in with. This is a smooth finish. I mean, if you are somebody that has an attention to details and seeing little things like, you know, staples with putty over them in your slide fascias, if that's going to bother you, this is one of the few, if only, fifth wheels in this price range that you are not going to have that issue with. Plus little things like normally your slide out boxes have this big bulky piece here in the middle. That's usually because they don't want to do one big long piece that goes all the way across. That's just more expensive. So this just has that cleaner look and finish to it. And it is just so impressive. And I'm going to take my time to just kind of let you look around and see the space, see the environment that we're in. Has really impressive looking furniture that just looks different than everything else out there. Never seen this kind of stitching in any other RVs that I can recall. So it is just really nice looking wireless charging pad. You have a more residential style looking sofa along the back, so it doesn't have those, you know, cushions where you have cracks in the cushions there. It's just one big cushion along that back sofa. Big windows along the back wall, storage space up above. And then as you go around this way, see your kitchen space and everything through here. Okay, so now that I've given you a chance to kind of look around, let me touch into some details. So your slide out flooring matches the flooring with the rest of the fifth wheel. So you can see how that slide floor is basically seamless, and they do that on both slides. So you also have that here in the kitchen slide as well, where some brands, they'll do it on the living room slide, but not the kitchen slide. So that is really nice. Just gives you that max height here in the slide out, and make sure you don't have anything that you're gonna hit your feet on or whatnot while you're walking around this space. With your kitchen space here, this is something that's really cool too. This is a, oh my gosh, it's magnetized as well. So your backrest, they use a magnet to hold that in place instead of like, you know, just stupid Velcro or something like that. That is really cool. I do not like the Velcro that much. I mean, it's a simple solution, but this is such a better solution. This right here, obviously your bench to the dining table, but this also, let me just do this real quick. Let me get this position where it should be and show you, or I guess not where it should be, but how it can be used. Because this is a freestanding bench, you can remove it from this area over here, and you can bring it over here, and you can use it as a table off of your sofa or off of your recliners here, and you have all that storage space down underneath there. So just really cool. It's a strut assisted table as well, and this is a solid wood table. So just really good quality. See, it'll just snap shut like that, and very easy to have that in this space and use it for, you know, a table in this area, or even just leaving it like this. It's almost like a little coffee table in the area if you wanted to do that as well. So really like that. More hidden nuggets here where you have hidden storage down underneath here, magnet latch to hold that closed, and just so much, you know, attention to detail. It's a strut assisted door, so it stays up on its own. A lot of people could easily overlook this, where you have pop-up outlets and USB ports in this area. Can't recall another manufacturer I've seen doing that. And that has the USB Type-C connection as well. So very important with the iPhone 15 coming out that has that cable type. Going to be very compatible with modern technology. Over this area, they added some storage into this space. A lot of other manufacturers may opt to give you a bigger window in here, which is cool, but you still get the window in the Brinkley. And if you want to do more extended camping or full-time camping, you have this additional storage space there. Soft close cabinet doors as well, so that will just close on its own. And you can see it's kind of like a brushed gold handle there on your cabinets. Storage here up above your sofa. This is going to be unobstructed all the way through. You have your lights here in the ceiling. These are pretty much flush with the ceiling as well, so they don't have that puck that drops down. Looks much more modern. You have the same storage on this side of the sofa as well. So you'll have that flip-up outlet, storage underneath there, and storage there as well. And then this should be, sure it is. Yeah, pull out sofa, so this will make into a bed here. And basically going to pull out and make somewhere between a queen to a king size bed when you pull this out. I'm just going to leave this tabletop here for right now, and then go to the TV portion. You have a massive fireplace. I mean, that is absolutely huge on the fireplace, and you will have multiple different color options here as well. And actually, if I leave it here, this will just cycle through all the different colors as we're standing here. You have a retractable TV, so this TV will pop up, and you notice there's even a shelf here over this area as well. So that is very unique, very different. Open these up. You have your storage space through here. That's all unobstructed through there. And then down underneath here, you have this opening there, and you're going to have sound controls here. I mean, just so clean and easy to use. Okay, I had to go and just check and make sure, but this is going to be Bluetooth here, so this will connect to your phone. I know it looks super simple and whatnot, but this is going to connect to your phone there for sound as well, and that will control the sound for your TV. TV controls are going to pop up from right here. So you can see how your TV will come up out of the countertop. So that's going to give you the use of the window back behind there for more natural light when you want it. And then you get the TV when you don't need that. Plus you have that shelf back behind there that will be, you know, accessible when you have that TV down. And you can still keep whatever you have there while the TV's up as well. And as that TV comes up, see your kind of countertop material and going into that area where the TV's at. Looks like that's an Insignia TV, 50-inch screen TV. And so you'll have that retractable TV there. Then that will bring us to the kitchen. Really like the look of this kitchen. You know, they have a pretty much symmetrical look here. It is just slightly to the right where it gives you bigger storage to the left of the stove and oven. And then in this area here, cabinets there. Nice big window on your campsite as well. Or on your non-campsite, sorry. And then look at this. Pull this out. You have dovetail construction on your drawers here. And this is maple wood, so this is solid hardwood. This is some of the best cabinet construction you are going to see in any fifth wheel RV anywhere. And then this is just kind of a base tray here so you can stack things on there. And then those will have magnet latches on it. But gosh, yeah, I mean, seriously the best, you know, drawer construction I've seen on anything, with just the wood quality, having the dovetail construction, just love it. In your island, pull out spot for 2 trash cans, and then you have this additional spot here for your paper towel rolls. And then you have a solid surface countertop. Such an interesting looking color. It's not even color. It's like it's not glossy. Like you usually see a glossy finish on solid surface countertops. This actually has more of a matte look to it with some like slight accents in there that give it a little bit of a reflection. Just really subtle, nice design. Love the way that looks. LED lights underneath your island as well. And then you have my favorite looking stove. So this is the Furrion stove and oven. This thing is 24 inches wide and looks really, really nice. I love the way it looks being all black. A lot of people know about the Insignia 4-burner stove and oven. While this oven isn't quite as tall, it is still a very good amount of space in there. And then it does maintain so that you can have storage underneath the oven, which you don't get with the Insignia really. And just the fact that it's all black and it's still, you know, adequate in every size, or in every sense of the size needed for a fifth wheel RV, I certainly prefer this and love the look of that. You have a Furrion residential size microwave, and then you have cabinet storage there. Even notice the little touches where they make sure you have these here so it doesn't go slamming into your wood there. On this side of the stove, you're going to have shelving through here, and then back underneath your kitchen sink. Oh, love that. It's the charcoal stainless steel sink. Looks really nice. You have a brushed gold looking faucet. Looks really nice. And then down underneath here, wide open storage space through there. And then 3 more pull-out drawers on this side. With Brinkley too, it's almost like I have to open every drawer because I never know if there's going to be a surprise in something. Nothing over here though, just, I mean, I'm still surprised just by the dovetail construction though. It looks absolutely beautiful. Nice big pantry. I mean, you can feel the quality of the woodwork with just how heavy that door is. You have adjustable shelving in here, LED backlit, and this is, I mean, actual wood shelves. This is not like a particle board. That is so impressive. all through that space. Outlets in there as well. Motion activated light, so when you open that door, it pops. And it's not even motion activated, actually, it's a sensor on the door, so it will automatically come on as soon as that sensor detaches there. You have your Furrion 12-volt refrigerator, so this will open like so. Have waters in here, and you can see your refrigerator and freezer space. And as we step back this way, real tile backsplash back behind here. LED light underneath there as well. This is interesting. It looks like it has a motion sensor on it as well, so it should be motion activated. Outlets underneath here, USB and USB Type-C connections. Have drawers that pull out here. Tire pressure monitoring system that this will come with. Gosh, even just the glides on your drawers feel so good. It feels so smooth. Your 7-inch display for your backup camera. And then a little spot here for storage, and then just shelving up above here with LED lights there. Nice big speaker in the ceiling. And then as we look at the ceiling, definitely need to point out it is not a ducted AC in this area, and I was actually really impressed by this, so it's really cool. This is not too terribly tall, but you can see your power button right here. You can turn it on from right there. You have multiple different modes, and this here, it's basically, in fact, let me just turn it on. You can see how that opens up there, and I kid you not, this just blasts air through this space, like instantly. As soon as it comes on, I'm feeling it like all the way down to my feet. It blasts air out. Now, the cool thing about this that really makes a lot of sense to me, because this is not a ducted AC unit, I was a little, just taken aback by why that would be better than a ducted AC. But then I had it explained to me that when you have ducting going through your entire roof, if you think about what is probably the hottest portion of your RV, it's likely going to be the roof. And now you have all this cold air that is running through ducting in the hottest part of your RV. So it is already warmer than what it was when it left the AC by the time it gets to the vent. So this here is just giving you the coldest air possible coming into this space. And it's very, very, very quiet. And it feels like an actual breeze hitting you. It's really nice, and you can see how that moves there, so it disperses the air through here evenly. And it's actually a really nice, efficient system, and I'm really impressed by it. I think it does a great job at cooling down this space very quickly. It doesn't feel like you have to wait a long time for that air to start having an impact in the space. And that is pretty much everything in this living area. Last little touch though, you have to show the pet bowls here. So you have the pet bowls, and if you don't have pets, doesn't matter, because they just go out of the way, and it's basically like they were never there. So love that. And then as we go towards your bonus room, a couple little other things. That's just going to be access to breakers and fuses. And then through here you have all of your controls for the fifth wheel. So you can see this light turned on. Once I got into this space, this does connect to your phone, so everything can control from your phone as well. And then you have a dimmer switch for your lights in the ceiling, so you can dim those lights as well. Then that brings us back to the bonus room, and this bonus room is so cool. There's no loft over the bonus room, so it is tall back through here. Really tall. Look at the bunk that you have here. This will flip up as well. So you can see it flips up. It is strut assisted. So you'll have the ability to have the bunk or not have the bunk, depending on what you want. Huge window up in that space, and big window down underneath here. Not quite as big, but it's still a nice sized window. Even giving you these light fixtures in here in the mid bunk. And then check this out. You have a huge mirror here, so that's almost basically like a full body mirror. This is a massive TV. I don't know if that's a 50-inch screen TV or not, but it looks pretty dang close if it's not. And then this is a desk space that you have. So it's an office space in here as well, which is why they're calling it a bonus room and not just like a bunk room. And this here is in a removable part of that where this can just slide back, and you can make, basically collapse the desk when you don't want it. And let me pull that back out. So that'll go back in there like that, but you have the desk when you want it. If you want to use a TV as an additional monitor, you have the ability to use a TV as an additional monitor, which is exactly what I would do. I actually use a 32-inch screen TV for my monitor setup with my computers and laptops. So I would probably actually replace this with that 32-inch screen TV and use that sort of setup. And then look at all the storage through here. I mean, it is just wild. You have all these drawers here. Again, dovetail construction on those drawers. 3 more across here of all different sizes. Kind of hard to get to it with that desk, but you can see all that drawer space. I'm not going to open all of them because you can kind of get a feel for, you know, the size of those. And you have all your storage up above here. Storage space here. And storage space here that's accessible to the other side. They're contemplating whether or not they want to keep it this way because, you know, it's not necessarily something people may need, but that is accessible from the hallway through here. And the third AC on this fifth wheel is here in the mid bunk. So normally if you have like 3 ACs on a mid bunk model or a bonus room model, the second AC or the third AC in this case here is also in the living room. They put this one here in the mid bunk room, so you're not going to have a problem getting this space cool in here. So really nice on that. You have hooks here to hang things, and then this here, I have not asked anybody exactly what this is, but I bet you somebody on the internet will see this and will know what this is for exactly. It looks like obviously you can hang things here and whatnot, but I'm curious if there's any other function that this is for. But that's just another thing that you see there that is unique. AC controls here, slide out controls here, and again, dimmer switch here for your lights. You have a sliding pocket door that will come out of here that's built between the two other doors. So give you that nice private space there, and then it kind of just latches shut. This is the same style door that you see on a lot of Class A motorhomes. So very nice system there. Going up into this space, you have your lights underneath the step. You have your grab handle going up the step. And then up into the bathroom. Big window here in the hallway. The bathroom just looks absolutely stunning. Where you have the molded fiberglass one-piece shower, the LED light bar in the shower. Brinkley was the first brand to do that, and now everybody has had to copy that because if you're in a shower at night in an RV, there's no natural light coming in from the skylight. So you usually don't get a shower, or you usually don't get a light in the shower, and Brinkley changed that for the whole industry, and everybody's had to copy them. Open this up, you have all this shelving through here, tankless on-demand water heater. And then you have hooks there for towels again. Max air vent fan in this space, so more quality vent fan. Plenty of room on both sides of the toilet, porcelain foot flush toilet, and then this is your toilet paper holder, and it is magnetized there, so that's what's holding it in place. In the shower as well, going to have nice ceiling height in here as I step inside here. Oh, just wildly impressed. Oh my gosh, y'all. Okay. It's actually a big deal. When I stand on my tiptoes, first of all, the ceiling height in here has got to be at least like 6'6", 6'7", 6'8" up into the skylight easy. This is the first shower that I have stepped into in everything I've filmed over the last 3 weeks, going from the Hershey RV show to everything happening with all these open house events in Elkhart, Indiana and Goshen, Indiana. I've been all over the place looking at everything. This is the first one I've seen where this here actually sits above my head. This usually sits at like the level of my eyes or my nose, and this one's actually positioned up higher where it's above my head. Oh my gosh, that is so impressive to me because I'm telling you, usually that sits so much lower on the wall. So I love that. And again, I'm 6'2" for height reference, and that's the first one I've seen where it sits above my head. You have an actual recessed medicine cabinet there, and that's a metal medicine cabinet. Nice looking mirror. Hook here for your towels. You're going to have 3 drawers that pull out, and you have shelving underneath here, and then a plastic bowl sink with a black faucet. Going back into the bedroom, you're going to have a king size bed here in the bedroom. You have your shelving all through here as well. Same style windows, same style light fixtures in here, and those light fixtures actually have multiple different spots where they can bend so you can change the position. You have USB and USB Type-C connections up here next to the shelves. Nice bedding that it comes with, nice pillows that it comes with. And then across from here, you have your Insignia TV. You have hidden storage down underneath here that will slide out. You have 3 pull-out drawers here along the top, and then 4 larger pull-out drawers underneath there. And then down underneath the bed, first of all, they give you a 9-inch thick residential style mattress. I have not seen a 9-inch thick mattress in anything else. That is wild. And then lift this up. Still have struts that are strong enough to lift that up. The finish underneath here just looks beautiful. You have that storage space there. And then a super, or actually let's leave this up real quick so I can show you outlets underneath here. Look at that, outlet there and outlet there and lights underneath here so you can see getting in and out of bed. I mean, so impressive. And then it does have floor vents here for your heating, but you can see like they're positioned so well. They're kind of back behind that space that, and they use just a different style vent there than you would normally ever see. And then there's your motion activated sensor for your light. So you can see that while you're, or so that can trigger on when you get out of bed. Back underneath here, same kind of thing. You have outlet underneath there as well, light underneath the bed. Lighting just everywhere, because as you go into the closet, you have a LED light in your clothing rod, and you have lights back through here as well. It is prepped to add a mount for a cordless vacuum. So if you have like a Dyson cordless vacuum, you can mount that there. And then you have shelving back through here as well. Plus, of course, you have to have washer and dryer prep. So that's all going to be back through here. So if you want to do a washer and dryer, stackable washer and dryer, that would all go in this space, or you just have all that additional storage. And then you have shelving all through here. And again, you have your AC in here as well. And then this one is going to just dump down into this area. Going to make your bedroom cool down very quickly, since it's not running through any ducting or anything like that. You're getting the coldest air possible. And last little nuggets as well. Hooks here behind the door, and a magnet catch there for your door as well that will hold that door open. And I think that's just about everything, y'all. Hopefully I didn't miss too much. Oh, look at this too. There is no crown molding in your roof line here, or your ceiling line, because they actually finished this off the way it should be. Anytime you see crown molding, it's because they're cutting these wall panels very janky, and the crown molding will just cover it up. So it doesn't really matter how they cut it or how the finish is on it. This here, there's no crown molding because they're actually doing like a just a seamless finish on that. So really, really impressive. There's so many dang things about these Brinkley models to talk about. I hope I touched on everything. If you have questions about something, or if there's anything that I missed, let me know down below in the comments. Be happy to answer as many questions as I can down there if there is anything that I missed. But other than that, just let me know what you think. What you think about this Brinkley model, what you think about this floor plan. And then if you aren't subscribed already, make sure you're subscribed, and go check out my Firmly Unbound YouTube channel as well. So go subscribe to that. There's gonna be more fun content coming there, all about what it means to live firmly unbound. And that's all I got for y'all. Until next time, live firmly unbound.